Do 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 do
I can hear you sing from like really far away. I was like, what? Oh my god.
Yeah, that happened. Don't judge me. Welcome back, you guys.
Oh hey.
Oh, hey, you know what time it is, Twin?
It's top 10 time.
It is top 10 time on SnowCast.
I need like a little cowbell.
A cowbell? Why a cowbell?
Cause it's hickish, cause that's where I live, is in a hick town.
Cause it's hickish, she says. Well, maybe we can make arrangements for that to happen.
I'll annoy my neighbors.
Oh, yeah, they'll love that in your
I'm
little
just-
apartment, just every Sunday night. Ding, 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 ding. What the hell is that?
Yep, exactly.
I'll tell you what it is. It's SnowCast time!
Oh god. Yep.
Oh god, yeah. So guys, it is the 5th episode of our little podcast cycle. So, as everybody knows, that means it's top 10 time. And this week, we are doing top 10 video game endings, in particular, PlayStation 3 games.
Yeah, which technically some of them can be cross-console. Yeah. But these are all games we've actually played.
Yes.
There's a lot more that I played, but I didn't actually finish them, so I can't count them.
Yes. Samesies. And we just figured, we weren't gonna limit it to just PS3, but then we were thinking about the mass amount of games that we played over the years, across all consoles, and it's really hard, so we figured we'll start off with just PlayStation 3, and then maybe sometime in the future we can maybe venture off to, like, I don't know, Nintendo or PC or, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, even just creating top 10 lists in general is really, really difficult.
It is. I honestly think finding a top 10 like topic has been probably our biggest challenge, because once we get a topic, like we agree on a topic, then it just kind of flows.
Yeah, I mean, but we have some other pretty good ideas, so
Yes.
just don't lose our list.
Yes. No, I have it written down so I won't forget. So, let's kick this off, Twinny.
Okay.
All right. So, our number 10 on our top 10 video game endings is LA Noire.
Ding ding ding.
Ding ding ding, cowbell. Wing wing wing. Alright, so LA Noire. How do I even begin with this game? So, LA Noire is a very interesting game, but the story isn't all that original, if I may be completely honest. You're a cop, you're trying to beat the bad guys. You beat the bad guys. The technology that LA Noire used, though, was pretty revolutionary. They actually studied human faces and had, like, actual actors. So they were, like, one of the first games to ever do that, which is what made the game so realistic and, cool stuff like that. Because in the game, I don't know how many of you guys out there have played it. I know Twinny said she has not played it. But
No, I haven't. Well, I haven't completed it, I guess, is my point with that.
yeah. One of the big components of the game is you have to study the people you're interviewing. You have to study their faces, how they react to you and your questions, and you have to determine if they're lying or not. Which was something that no game has ever done before, which is what, for me made it very memorable. Like, I remember a couple times I was interviewing people in the game, and I was literally sitting there watching them for like 5 minutes, like, I think they're lying to me. Like, you actually feel like you're interviewing them, and that was the whole point of the game.
Yeah.
But anyway, the reason why it's number 10 on our top 10 ending list is because the ending of this game is very, at least for me, was very. It really kind of got to me, and it's mainly, quote, spoiler alert. You play as this cop. His name is Cole, and you just kind of grow attached to him because he really is the ultimate good guy. Everything that he does is to make the right decisions, and at the end of it, all his, good guyness literally sweeps him away. Oh,
Hmm.
too soon for puns. But no,
I've been
unfortunately.
punished. I'm sorry. Oh. Okay,
Oh,
anyway.
puns. But anyway, no. So, tragically, at the end of the game, your main character sacrifices himself. I won't give away any details. If you want to figure that out, yes, you definitely should. But I remember at the end when I realized that the character that I grew to love throughout this entire thing, who you literally became when you were interviewing your, people, you literally became him, and for him to die, be swept up in a sewer was, you gotta play it and truly understand it. It was pretty emotional for me when I completed that game. I was like, he's dead. Why is he dead? Like, and that's sad.
Oh my God. I want to change one of mine. I'm changing one of mine. I'm sorry. Okay, I completely forgot about this one game.
What number is it? Don't spoil it for me.
Um,
Instead of,
6.
okay, all right,
Okay.
cool. All right.
Sorry, it still fits there.
Okay, that's fine. So shall we move on to number
Okay. Sorry, LA Noire actually, that really sounds good now.
9?
God damn it.
Yeah, the ending is really good. Like I said, the story isn't the most original thing, but I just think the technology behind the game and the mechanics of the game is very unique, especially when it came to interviewing people because like I said, they use actual actors to, use their facial movements, their eyes because you have to determine if someone is lying and it's all based off studying their face.
Yeah.
So, for an example, when you're interviewing this old woman and she's like she's lying because she's like chewing on her lip and like she won't look at you in the face and like all this stuff and every character is different like that, which is pretty awesome. So,
Yeah, and it adds an element of realism too, I feel like.
oh, it definitely does. It definitely
Huh,
does. But
nice.
yeah, so number 9.
Okay. Probably a lot of people are gonna hate me. Um, I have the ending to DMC, like the new Devil May Cry reboot game that everyone seems to hate on, and I don't know why. I mean, I played Devil May Cry, and I love those games, and I
Mhm.
also love DMC Devil May Cry. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, the ending to that is on my list because it sets the premise for, what could potentially happen from Ninja Theory if they were to put out other games that are not just, that reboot and then, they're like, hey, I'm done.
Mhm.
I feel like it sets a premise for, a Ninja Theory version of DMC,
Mhm.
which is kind of interesting. Um, but I guess my whole fight is you have the spoiler alert, everybody, Snape kills Dumbledore. Um, sorry. Um, what was I gonna say? You have like that whole fight where you fight Mundus, right? And you're like, yeah, it's another game, blah blah blah. And then there's a part where Virgil kind of turns into like kind of a dick. Um, and then you're like, oh, well, now I kind of have to defend the rest of humanity from my own brother. And then you have a nice little fight with him, which gets broken up by Kat. And then right at the end of that, Dante's like, I don't know who I am anymore.
Mhm.
And she tells him, well, I know exactly who you are. You're Dante. You know what I mean? And it's just like the
Mhm.
way that that ends is just like, ah. And then like Virgil like goes through the little portal thing, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
so like that
I
brotherly hate is there, and it's awesome.
yeah, I never
I don't know.
played Devil May Cry, and then Twinny was like, "This ending is great," and I was like, "Okay, well, let me go totally ruin the entire game for myself and go play it or watch it." So I watched it and I was like, "Wow, I want to play this game now." So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just saying, sometimes it is okay to read the ending of a book before you buy it.
Sometimes, yeah.
Um,
Um,
so question for you, since I am
yes.
thinking about getting this game, so is DMC, is that just like a reboot? Because you did say it was a reboot. Is it a
It
reboot of
is.
the original Devil May Cry?
No, no, it's more a prequel reboot is the best way I'll describe it.
Okay.
Um, it kind of sets the premise for the rest of the DMC games in theory, but like, I don't know. Personally, DMC 3 is like the best, but
I was
well,
gonna say,
that's for another time. Um,
have you played the other Devil May Cries?
yeah, that's for another time. Um, but what was I gonna say? In terms of this DMC, you played Bayonetta, right? Like part of it, at least the
Part,
demo.
yes,
Okay, you know the gameplay style of that?
yes.
That's DMC.
Oh,
So if you liked that kind of gameplay style, you'll really like DMC.
okay.
So yeah. Um, I really, really recommend that game. The soundtrack in it's amazing.
Yeah, the ending when I was watching it, I was like, "Oh my God, this song, oh my God, oh my God!" Like I was loving it.
Yeah,
Um,
the soundtrack in it's amazing. The art style is fantastic. Like I don't like a lot of people's qualms with it is the character designs. Like they don't like the way they look or like the way they behave, blah blah blah, whatever.
yeah.
Um, what was I gonna say? But I don't know. To me, if you take it as something new and fresh, it doesn't bother you. But a lot of people can't think of it that way. So,
Mhm.
I mean, but if you've never played like any of the other DMCs, play this game. You'll
Okay.
love it.
Yeah, I trust me. I'm planning on it. I'm like looking at it and I'm like, "Wow, this looks really fun." And it doesn't. Everywhere I'm looking, it doesn't really look that expensive either.
Oh no, 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 it's super cheap. It's been out a while. And the DLC is good for it too, but I mean, that's a conversation for another time. Um, yeah, the ending for that, it was pretty like it set up something nice and it set up a good potential
Mhm.
for things that could be or might be or will eventually be or but they might not happen. I don't know. I just thought the ending was really good.
Mhm.
So that's just me. Um, yeah, let's do number 8, I
Okay.
guess.
Move on to number 8. So number 8 is actually another one that you chose. So why don't you go ahead and talk about it?
Okay, so number 8 is Near for me. Um,
Ooh.
that's a game that was made by Square Enix that kind of was swept under the rug by a lot of people. Because I know a lot of people bitched about like the graphics and stuff, and I was like, graphics don't make a game good. God damn it.
Mhm.
Um, but near the ending for that because like the entire time you're trying to get your daughter back, I guess.
Mhm.
Um, I haven't played this game in years, but it's the ending of it is just beautiful. Like you have like your big boss battle and blah blah blah, and then you kind of like your daughter comes back to you. I'm gonna choose like ending A because there's actually 4 different endings. There's A, B, C, and D. I'm just gonna choose A because that's probably the one that most everybody's played. If they made it all the way to the end. You know, and then your what's your her face chick friend is like leaving and you're like, "Hey, but you can stay with us." She's like, "I got my own shit to take care of." And I'm pretty sure she actually literally says that.
Mm.
Um so she goes away and then like, your daughter's like all happy to be back and she's like, "I was like a fairy tale princess." And she's like, "Was I asleep?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then um like at the end after like all that stuff happens, you just see her and her dad just laying on green grass looking up at the clouds and like talking and it's just that combined with the music, it's beautiful. I just want to cry. Like
Yeah.
I'm just so happy for the two of them. So that's why that's on my list.
Ooh.
It's it's a really really good RPG. It's just the graphics in it bothered a lot of people, which made me really sad. But the music's great, the story's great. I actually really like the combat style too.
Mhm.
Um, so hey, if nobody has played Nier, they should at least try it.
There you
Please
go.
just try it. It's beautiful.
It's just
But yeah,
so
the
beautiful.
it's just the ending of it again. It's on my list because it kind of like wraps it up in a nice little bow.
Mhm.
And it's beautiful. I don't know if this is the best way I can describe it.
Well, I mean, that's
It's not a WTF ending. It's just like, oh, that's good closure, you know?
yeah.
At least for me. I don't know. I'm terrible at explaining things.
No, I got you, but I'm just saying, you know. I mean, if it's a beautiful is always a good way to describe an ending. I think that's important, you know.
Yeah. I think, not all endings should be WTF endings or, um, you know, like just terrible in general, or like something bad happens to set up another game. I like sometimes when games are kind of their one thing and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's kind of what Nier is.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I mean, having good dimension in a video game is important, you know.
yeah. But I think having, a decent story too
Oh, well,
really
of
helps with
course.
that. I mean, and that, having that gorgeous story and then you hope that it ends really well. And it does, so it's good.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
anyways. Num
Shall we move on to number 7?
yes.
Number 7 is one of my personal favorites. Dragon Age Origins. So, this wouldn't be a Kiki list without something of Dragon Age on it. I'm just gonna put that there. But no, seriously. In all seriousness, Dragon Age Origins has one of the most interesting endings, and I don't mean that just because there's multiple endings, and this is all based off the choices that you have. But even defeating the final boss alone, which is so now that I'm trying to think of it, I can't. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing.
I know.
Total,
Well, that's
total.
the problem. Like, you play these games, like, so many years ago, and you're like, oh, I really liked the ending, but then, like, you can't, like, articulate anything. Like, oh, that was her name. Her name was Cayenne, I believe. Or something. I don't know. That's a pepper.
The
Whatever.
the archdemon. There we go. God. Oh God. I'm so embarrassed. Oh, I'm a Dragon Age crazy person, and I completely forgot what the dragon was. But anyway, sorry. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, so the ending of Dragon Age, you come up and you have to kill the archdemon, which is like the horde leader of like all the little dark spawn and your enemy, okay? But the archdemon is extremely difficult to kill because not only are you trying to fight the archdemon, but you have hordes of darkspawn being sent after you, and you have to kill them while killing the archdemon, and it's just a madhouse, okay?
Yeah.
So, anywho, um, what makes it so good is, first of all, you feel this relief after you kill the archdemon because you're just like, he's done. But then depending on like the choices you make, there's so many different endings. Like one of the endings is really emotional because you have the option of sacrificing your own character to save the others, or you have to make love with Morrigan, you know what I'm saying? Or
Oh.
or Alistair has to take the sacrifice, and Alistair is like one of your main companions. And I personally love Alistair, so for me, when I to get my trophy, I had to kill him. I was very sad. There's also a fourth ending that most people don't really know about, but you can recruit one of the evil guys, Logain, and then you can make him go and kill the archdemon, and then he dies. So there's just so many different endings, and all of them kind of impact you differently. So
Yeah.
I think that's what made Dragon Age Origins the ending so much fun, is because depending on your choices throughout the game, your ending is affected by that, and each ending does impact your character in specific in different ways, and then the effects, your DLC, Dragon Age 2, and probably Dragon Age Inquisition. So Dragon Age definitely deserves some credit for the ending and just kind of the flexibility with the ending.
Yeah, see, I like when games do that too, though.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because, like, that gives you a reason to want to replay it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that when video game companies do that, like give you multiple endings to try and fight for, it does make it more exciting and gives it replay value.
Exactly.
And the cool thing about Dragon Age is there is so much replay value in it because there is so many different ways that you can end the game and like so many different team members that you can end the game with. So it's pretty cool.
I like it, I like it, I like it.
All right,
Right,
twins.
so
So
Catherine.
your number 6 that you decided to change at the last second. Let's hear number 6.
Yes. I'm gonna say the ending of Alice Madness Returns.
Ah! Oh, that was
I
such a
don't
good one.
know.
I
I
didn't.
don't know why I forgot about that. Like, that was literally a game ending that I was screaming at my TV about.
Oh my god.
Did you finish it all the way to the end or
I
no?
got. No, I didn't get to finish it, but
Oh
like.
my god, I don't want to ruin that shit.
I could. Oh god, now I'm like really sad because I was playing it at your house, you know what I mean? And like, I
Yeah.
did get pretty far, for only playing it because that one day. I mean, I was playing it like because me and Jake were at the house and you were at work, and that's literally all I did was play Alice Returns or
Oh
Alice
god.
Madness Returns the
I
whole day, and
love the game.
I
I
do.
think what world did you stop in?
Oh my god, I can't even remember. That was a while ago.
Was it the one that was she wears like um there's a lot of like the old school Chinese faces and stuff. Did you get
Honest,
to that part?
I honestly don't remember, twin. It was so long ago. I'm lucky I can remember what I ate for breakfast yesterday, let alone where I left off in a game I played 4 months ago.
Oh God. But literally, like, I don't want to ruin it for you, but it was literally an ending that, like, the entire game you're trying to figure out why can't Alice remember everything? What did she block out in her brain? And, like, from all the little pieces that you put together from, like, little cutscenes throughout the entire game, you realize, like, what happens. Like,
Uh-huh.
right at the end. Like, once I hit the world of the doll maker, I knew exactly what had went on, and I like after I got through that world or whatever, and you fight the final boss or whatever, then it goes to real life. I literally was like screaming at her. I was like, "Do it, do it, do it!" And I was like, "Oh my god!" I literally like, the ending to that game. I hadn't shouted at my TV about a video game ending since the number one game on our list. Um,
Yeah, number 1 game. Oh.
yeah.
Well,
Um,
see, that's how I was for number 2, but we'll get
well,
there.
I was like that at number two as well, but number one came after that. But Alice Madness Returns, the ending to that, literally, I could not have been more elated and emotionally, attached. I mean, I was with Nier too, but like, Nier's like one of those games that you just have to set the controller down and think about it,
Mhm. Hmm.
kind of like number one. But Alice, I was literally like, do it, do it, and then she does it, and I'm like, yes, and I get so excited. So yeah. Anyway, you should play the ending of Alice Madness Returns.
I do want to finish that game because I really did like it so much, but it just just.
It's one of my favorite platformers.
Did you just say favorite?
Favorite. I don't know. I like my nose is weird. Favorite.
Favorite.
Flavor.
Oh, Alice is all kind of flavors.
Flavors. Flavor
Flavor.
Flav. Okay, anyway.
All the flavors.
Yeah, so that's number 6. Alice Madness Returns, and I'm pretty sure that if you had played it, it would be higher on our list.
I feel like it would be because, we pretty much share similar interests in games for the most
Oh my
part.
god.
So if it
Except
affect
sim games, I can't
Oh God,
handle sim
okay.
games.
So before we move on to our top five, I just have to say this. Um, so I had, given the idea of, oh, top 10 like no story relaxing games, and Twin's like, okay. So I'm like naming all these games, and I have like 6 games. I'm like, can you think of anything else? And she's like, no, I don't really play any of those games. I'm like, then why are you letting me make this top 10?
She's like, what do you play to relax? I was like, I don't know, Fire Emblem.
And I'm like, wait a
And she's
second.
like, wait, what? Why?
And I'm like, okay, we all have our own games to relax to. I like to relax the Dragon Age, you know what I mean? I like to relax the Pokemon, but I'm like making a list based off of like chilling, no story type of games. And when he's like, after I have 6 games listed, she's like, I don't play any of those. And I'm like, then why are you letting me make this list? And she's like, well, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't like those games. I'm like, you don't have to be sorry, but you could have just said, I don't really play those types of games. And then I felt so stupid. I'm like scratching out my list.
Well,
And
because my chill games are literally like Fire Emblem and stuff like that, and those are not chill games for most people, but I don't know.
yeah,
I
see,
play it to relax, like,
I used to play, there was a couple chill games I used to play, like Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, which is what I was telling you about. I can't even
yeah.
tell you how many hours of my life I just wasted playing that game, simply because all you do is you build your own Jurassic Park, you raise dinosaurs, and then when you're feeling daring, you just release the dinosaurs and they just eat everybody. So that's what I would do. I would just, I would make all kinds of parks, and at the end of it, I would just release the dinos and watch T-Rex and Spinosaurus eat everything. Or I would watch my velociraptors just kill people because raptors just do that.
Actually, I just thought of this. You know what game I used to be obsessed with, and I used to borrow Jake's DS to be able to play it?
What?
Was Bejeweled Twist.
I love Bejeweled. It's now on cell phones.
I don't have it on my cell phone.
Well, you should
Well,
get
I
it
mean,
on your
I have
cell
to
phone.
pay money, and I'm not paying
Oh,
$10 for Bejeweled.
that's lame. I got it for free on mine.
I know. Anyways,
We
number
should,
five.
yeah. So we're at our top 5 now.
Number five.
Far Cry 3.
Dun dun dun.
So I know what all of you are thinking. Oh yeah, the death of Voss. It's so horrible. Well, guess what? That's not the ending of the game. So you could suck my big fat wiener.
Ew.
Just kidding on that. But no, seriously, the ending of the game, you are actually kind of pinned against the people you were supposed to be working with. And I'm trying not to give away too many spoilers, but basically, this seductress who's supposed to be like the leader of like these tribal people, she's like trying to like pull you in and welcome you to the clan and the group and be part of the group. And you have options. You can either kill all your friends and be a part of this new life on the island, or you can kill the seductress, or I shouldn't say kill, or you could abandon her and save your friends. Because throughout the game, that's what you're doing, is you're trying to save your friends. So why all of a sudden at the end of the game, she's all like, on top of you, having sex with you, trying to seduce you into like, hey, you should kill your friends and stay here on the island with me. But instead, you have to make the choice, do I kill my friends or do I kill the bitch I just fucked? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so whatever ending you chose, guys, I don't know how fucked up you are, but I chose to save my friends. You know what I'm saying? I was like, listen, I went through this entire game trying to save my friends, fighting boss to save my friends. I think I'm gonna save them again.
Friendship is magic, yo.
Mhm. It's oh oh oh
Okay.
oh, it's magic.
No.
You know. Twinny,
I don't
Twinny,
know.
let me ask you something. If you were on an island and you had to save your friends, including me, and you finally get to the end and this seductress is like trying to have sex with you, and was like, listen, you can either stay on this island or you can kill Kiki, your twin, and all the others, and you can be a goddess on this island. What would you do? Would you become a goddess with the evil Temptress having sex with you, or would you kill her and save me and the other friends?
Well, I would kill her, obviously. I mean, ugh.
Are you saying you wouldn't become a goddess and have sex with the evil Temptress?
No. No. I'm sorry, I don't
Well, it's
know.
good to know you would pick me over an evil Temptress. I'm just saying, it's good to know you would pick me over an evil Temptress.
I mean, she's kind of banging. But,
Wow. Get it
two
banging
for
because
two, bitches.
it is, punny that you said that because
But, okay, anyway.
anyway. Oh, God.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Yay!
Yay.
Is actually the original Assassin's Creed. And
Ooh.
I'm not saying that, everything that happens with Altair and MLM are like, anything we didn't all see coming.
Yeah, it was pretty predictable.
But
That.
my thing is like the last probably 30 seconds of that game before it
Yes.
to like the final like here's all the credits. Like
Yeah.
Desmond like gets out of like the Animus and he's talking to Vidic and Lucy's like, "Hey, look, I'm an assassin too," kind of thing. Um he walks into the other room and like because of the bleeding effect, he has the ability to use like, his vision and you just see like all this stuff written on the wall.
It is
And
fucking
he's like,
crazy.
what is going on? And he's like trying to figure it out and then it's like, oh hey, guess what? This happens and now we're gonna put credits. And you're like, fuck.
Yes. Okay, I remember.
Have to go buy two now, damn it.
Yeah, I remember the ending. See, lucky me, when the first time I played Assassin's Creed, it was already like 2 years after it was released, and
Yep,
it
too,
was,
actually.
huh?
Me too, actually.
Yeah, it was, honestly, it was when Assassin's Creed 2 came out that I was like, oh, everybody's getting this game. And I was like, I do remember my one friend showing me Assassin's Creed and I never played it. So at that time I had a PS3. I was like, I'll go get it. So I went and I bought Assassin's Creed, came home, and I played it, and I did beat it in one sitting. I'm just saying because I'm a badass. And I got to the ending, and I'm literally sitting there as that writing is all over the wall, and then the credits roll, and I'm just like, well, off to Best Buy I go, and I literally stood up from my bed and left and went and got the second one. My mom's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm going to Best Buy." "Why are you going to Best Buy?" "Because I'm going to get the next game. That's why." And then when I came home, I was playing it. Just saying. That's the end. That's the story.
That's kind of what happened to me, like, because I bought the original Assassin's Creed and I was like, okay, it was pretty cheap now. I was like, my brother just got a PS3 and we had one too, actually. And I was like, let's try this out and see if, it's something my brother would like or
Mhm.
whatever. Because if not, like, we can return it. And it ended up like I played it and I was like, yeah, my brother's not getting this.
Yep.
So, like, I played it and then that ending happened and I was like, dude, we have to go to the store right now. Like,
Yeah. That's
I
exact.
have to get AC2. And
Yeah.
then I remember we went in the store and the guy was like, oh, because my boyfriend was with me and he's like, oh, is this for you? And I'm like, no, actually, it's for me. Like, because he like looks at my boyfriend and he's like, hey, so is she buying this for you? And I'm like, no, no.
It's mine.
That's my game, bro. Yeah, that's pretty
Oh
sweet.
man.
But like the last 30 seconds, like when he just sees all that stuff, and then it's like, oh hey, this happened, and cutscenes
Abs
for the credits. I'm like, fuck.
absolutely fantastic on so many levels. Just
It
you
it
know,
made you want to play the second
it
one.
exact. And then you start the second one and you just fall in love with Ezio. Oh, Ezio.
Oh boy.
I gotta replay it. My friend still has my Assassin's Creed 2.
What?
He's had it for like 3 years and
So
hasn't played
take
it
it.
yet. And I'm like,
No.
I messaged him like 8 months ago and was like, hey, can I have my game back? He's like, oh yeah, come drop it off. Never did. I'm like, hey, give it back. You
Seriously,
know what?
God.
I'm gonna message him right now, and you are my witness.
And everyone who's listening to this, so
And
hi, Mom.
everyone who's listening, I'm just saying, you are going to see slash listen to me message my friend to give me my fucking game back.
Anyways, yeah, so this, I guess my whole part with AC is that it made you want to play the second one, and I think that's another good thing an ending should do to a game. I guess that has sequels. Like, so yeah. Anyways, I guess we can move on to number 3 while you're doing that, right?
Yeah, hold on.
Yes?
I was hoping to get my AC2 game back. Pretty please with sugar slash rum on top.
Ooh, rum is good.
Rum's my favorite. Anywho,
I
okay.
prefer Jack.
So, number 3.
Yay!
Borderlands 2!
Yay!
Yay! Look at you catching on to the
Okay.
noise of the kiki.
Yeah, so Borderlands 2.
So much epicness.
I mean, I could probably put like that in 2 parts for an ending. Like, first part where you find out what Angel actually is, and then the second part where you actually like kill Jack and, fight the warrior and all that fun stuff. Um, and then I guess I'm gonna say, well, maybe 3 parts. And then I guess, at the end where they're talking about, wow, there's like other places we haven't explored. I'm like, well, that just set that up for a Borderlands MMO.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that might just be me being wishful thinking, but it could happen. Let's face it. And it would be freaking awesome.
I just thought it was insane that, you finally are facing Handsome Jack's daughter and, and then you kill her and then he's pissed that you kill her and you're like, dude, like this is your fault.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, you finally fight him at the end of the warrior, and he's like, kind of being a little pussied out. I don't know. He's one of my favorite villains,
Yeah, we talked about that.
like, in any video game, and I think it's just because he's so, like, sarcastic, but at the same time, you kind of feel sorry for him sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, yeah.
You can't
But
decide if he's like, I don't know, he's just
you
great.
can't decide, like, you feel bad for him, but you don't know why, because he's such a dick.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you play the pre-sequel, and you're like, oh, I guess I can feel sorry for him.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Um,
It was good though. I enjoyed it.
yeah. I think, I don't know, for me, Borderlands 2, the ending for that was good because it kind of, it was one of those games that kind of like set it up for something else that could potentially happen, and I'm always intrigued by that. Like,
Yeah.
me as a person in general. So yeah, so I'm gonna say the ending of Borderlands 2 because honestly, like, Borderlands is probably one of the most, like, just world-wise, like, if it was real, like, probably one of the shittiest worlds you would ever want to live in or have to survive in.
Mhm.
I'm sure the humor and stuff is great, but it's, like, literally, like, awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Borderlands 2, I'd probably put the ending in, like, 3 separate parts. The first part where you find out what Angel actually is, and, then the part where you actually killed Jack, and then the very ending with the cutscenes and all of that, and they're like, you should go, there's plenty of other worlds that we haven't explored, and plenty of other vaults were revealed, and I'm like, well, MMOs, please.
I think it would make a pretty cool MMO.
It'd be really cool. I mean, I'm excited because, Telltale Games is making the Tales from the Borderlands game, so, like, I'm so excited for that. Anyway, yeah, I should shut up. Alright, so
You're-
number 2.
Wait, could I just say something real quick?
What?
You are pretty damn adorable. And you want to know why you're pretty damn adorable? Because you're adorable just like me.
I
We
don't know, like I get excited and then I'm like, I should shut up because this has nothing to do with what we
No,
were talking about.
I am like the exact same way. I just get so excited about like the littlest of things, and then people are like, "Look at you getting all excited," and I'm like, "Shut up! I can't help it. I
Thanks.
love video games. I'm like a little kid at a candy store when I talk about video games. Like,
Yeah.
I think like my friends are tired of hearing me like count down like the games I'm looking forward to because I have
Yeah.
every day I'm like, hey, guess what? And they're like, what? I'm like, 8 days till Assassin's Creed, and they're like, we don't care. I'm like, but I do.
Yeah, right.
It just I'm a little kid. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
See, here's the thing, like if you don't celebrate things like that, you grow up and psh,
Yeah,
I don't like being a grown up.
me neither.
Any
Um,
user, number
Yeah,
two.
number two is the ending of Assassin's Creed Revelations.
We have, in case you haven't noticed, we like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
Um,
to those who haven't figured it out yet, we love Assassin's Creed. That is what bonded our friendship.
except the 3 and 4, me. Anyway, I haven't
Yeah, they
finished
were
4, so I
convenient.
should shut up again. Go on.
But anyway, so Revelations. Oh,
Congratulations. Go on.
all I can say is this about the ending of Revelations. It takes a lot for a video game to make me cry. And there's
Yeah.
only two games in existence that has done that. And this is one of them. The first one, the other game is number one on our list, so we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But like I said, the ending of Revelations, and I think what made it. See, one thing that I loved throughout Assassin's Creed games is kind of like how all the ancestors of Desmond kind of are related to each other in not just a biological way. Like, for example, when Desmond has been spending so much time in the Animus, he starts seeing, like, his past lives, like, kind of
Mhm.
intermixing with his current life. Like, I remember they were running through the ruins of, I think this was an Assassin's, I think this was in Revelations, when they returned to the, um, oh my god, the place, the assassin temple where Altair was.
Yeah.
They
That
return,
is in Revelations.
yeah, they return there, and they're like climbing through like the underground tunnels with Lucy and everything, and like Desmond starts seeing like people running towards him, but they're actually
Oh
people.
no, that's Brotherhood.
Was that Brotherhood? I
Isn't
see.
that?
I don't remember.
Well, it's the one where he stabs her.
Yeah, maybe that was Brotherhood.
I don't remember. Either way, he stabs Lucy.
Yeah, but
Spoiler
anyway,
alert, Desmond kills Lucy. Go on.
like they're in them tunnels, and like Desmond is seeing like his past life interloping with his current one, and you know, in Revelations, Ezio is like trying to find the memories of Altair. Like they're
Mhm.
all related to one another in not just a biological way, which I think is one of my favorite aspects of the game. So at the end of Revelations, when Altair, or I should say Ezio, is in this chamber, he's walking in and he sees the chair with the skeleton on it, but
Mhm.
it's like it's Altair, and like the two memories are kind of like encircling. You know what I
Each
mean?
other. Yeah.
So you see Altair, and he says goodbye to his son, and he walks into this chamber. He sits the last little piece on his lap, and he literally just dooms himself. Like, he's like, I know I'm gonna die. I'm gonna sacrifice my own life to protect these treasures.
Yeah.
And he just sits there all alone in this chamber and just accepts death. And then there's Ezio. The camera spins around, and there's Ezio kneeling before the skeleton, and I'm just like, and I just started bawling my eyes out. And then if that wasn't bad enough, you know, you get to get the scene where they're like, this is what will happen if you don't do, you know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
the end of the world, and I'm just like, oh my god, oh my god.
The music in that.
Oh my
literally, like, I have the soundtracks for Assassin's Creed 1 through Revelations, actually. Like, every time that song comes on, it's called Labored and Lost.
Mm-hmm.
I cry.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if I'm in my car driving, if I'm just listening to it randomly, like on my iPod or if whatever. Just always, like, just I tear up listening to it because it's so impactful.
It's
And, like,
powerful, yeah. Ugh.
um, it causes a lot of emotion to go through you.
Yeah.
Especially after, you've seen the imagery that coincides with it, but it's just like, and then at the end of that, when Ezio's like basically just lays down his arms and he's like, I'm done. You're just like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then if anyone's seen Embers, like,
Ugh.
the, movie short after that, or even read the novels, after all of that stuff happens, from Revelations, he lays down his stuff and he's like, I'm done. He's like, I don't want to rebuild the Brotherhood anymore. Like, I can't. Um,
Yeah.
it's so just punches you right in the face.
Yeah, it really does. It's
And
it's incredible. It was such a good ending to a game. Like, I've played a lot of games in my day. I have beaten a lot of games in my day, and I've seen a lot of hard endings, but nothing ever, well, except for number one, nothing ever literally just made me like, what the fuck did I just see and witness? And why
it,
am I still crying? Oh my God.
yeah, and it makes you want to put down your controller and just stop for a minute. Yeah.
That's exactly what it made me do. I remember this was like when my TV was like on the other side of the wall, and I had just gotten my gaming chair and everything, and I'm sitting there and I'm playing it, and I get there. I literally put my controller like on my lap and just sat there staring at the credits like, what the fuck just happened to me? And I was crying at this point because I literally just I was speechless. Speechless, I guess is the perfect word. I can.
Yep. And you're just like, I can't right now.
I just can't even.
That's such a, never mind.
I
It's like such a white girl thing.
just can't even right now.
Yeah.
But no.
Um,
But yeah.
but really, that is one of the things that I was just like, this is crazy. Like, I don't even.
Yeah. No.
It's, it's just, again, it's beautiful.
It was beautiful.
I guess that's the
So
best
well
way I could
done.
describe it, is it was beautiful.
I
But
know
yeah.
I know they have like different directors for games. Like one director records like the actual gameplay. One like there's directors that record the cutscenes. Whoever recorded or produced those cutscenes did a fantastic job.
3.5 gold stars for you.
Like, give you all the gold stars. All the gold stars.
Yeah. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, that ending was gorgeous. But number one,
Number one.
number one, has a pretty freaking amazing ending too. It's
Yeah,
one of those ones that literally makes you set down your controller.
this one, every emotion you felt playing Revelations is like
Child's Play.
child's play compared to
The
this,
ending of The Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
You're welcome.
You knew this was coming, everybody. I think everybody knows.
Um, yeah. I just feel sorry for people who have not been able to play this game yet. Like,
Yeah.
literally, people, you should go buy a PS3 just to play The Last of Us.
Not even kidding. The Last
Or a
of Us.
PS4, because there's the remastered version, but...
Yeah. No,
um,
it's so worth it. It really is.
I mean,
Ah,
Naughty Dog is great at making games. I mean, they made, Crash when I was a kid, but,
yeah.
I mean, I'm biased
That's okay.
with that. Crash and Spyro, man, we're besties. But what was I gonna say? As you get older, they made Uncharted, and those are fantastic games too. Actually, we probably should have put anyway. I'm gonna shut up with that. The Last of Us, like, I don't know, man. Like that game, the ending, you work so hard to get Ellie to that point, and then you come to find out that, oh God, I don't want to ruin this.
Yeah,
Damn
it's
it.
really hard.
Um, and then you come to find out that, everything you worked for is kind of like not what you thought it was.
Yeah.
And then you end up just being like, well, fuck that shit. And then you end up changing your entire plans just to keep Ellie with you.
Mm.
And that to me is so heartfelt, I guess. It's one of those things where like it's happening to you and you don't know how to react. Like that game probably there are 2 points before that where I actually just had to stop playing
Yeah, that's what happened to
because
me.
it tugs at your heart so much and you become so invested in that story and it's all very real. And
Uh-huh.
that was yet another point in that game where I was just like, I need to stop playing right now.
Yeah.
And then there's like the very, very end, and then you feel happier again because of, that decision that was made beforehand. But it was just like
Mhm.
everything you worked for, like, did turn out to be a lie, and you're just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
Yeah.
oh my
It
God.
it's pretty much exactly what you said. Like you worked so hard to get to, you know,
That point
that
where
point and then
you
you
think
just
you're doing something good, and
and then you're just like, well, I'm going to change everything and I'm going to do the complete opposite. And you're just like, wait, what? What are we? And then you realize as the story comes full circle, like what's going on. And then you're like, okay,
yeah,
okay, I know what's happening right now.
yep. And
And
then you're like, well, I'm glad that that's how it ended up.
yeah, like you're happy that that's how it ended. Oh,
I mean, yeah. I see this is a problem. Like that's why talking about game endings because like if people haven't played these games, I don't want to ruin it for them in case they ever play it. You know what I mean? Because I want them to feel that same like punch that I feel.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what makes it worth playing. But what was I gonna say? Shoot, I don't know. But that game literally like, oh, if you played it, it would be high on your list too. I would think.
Mhm.
Um, It's just yet another game where you're just like, that's genius. That's beautiful. Like, I'm glad I played this game up to this point. Um,
Yeah.
but I will say though, like after that game ended, I was like sad because
It
it
was
was so
over.
good.
Like I was sad just because the actual game itself was over. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, because it
Like,
was so good, you know?
mhm. It's like where do you go from here? You know? Ah.
Exactly. I just, I love it.
Ah. God, everybody, if you have not played The Last of Us, you need to play it. There's a reason why it won so many awards.
Exactly.
Mm.
That's all I have to say about that.
So much good stuff. You know what I mean? Just so much good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ah. Oh, my friend responded to my message, so let's see what he has to say. Not to completely change the topic, but we're kind of on not changing. Okay, he says, "Of course, I was just thinking about that the other day. I'm always driving past your house. I could totally drop it off. When are you usually home?"
Nice.
All right, good. Hopefully, I could get it back tomorrow and replay it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, should so guys, that concludes our top 10 lists. I think it was pretty fun. I
Yeah.
actually want to play one of these games now that I know about it, and I think you kind of became interested in LA Noire. So I mean, that's two new game.
Yeah.
That's a new game for each of us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that could be something that that happens. Um, so, what else to say?
I I don't know what else to say either. I don't know.
Well,
Oh, well, okay. Can I just say that this is really off topic, but like I got Lords of the Fallen on Tuesday because it
mm-hmm.
just came out on Tuesday, and I literally like I have never wanted to throw my controller at my TV more in my life, and I am an avid Dark Souls player. Like,
Ooh.
I mean, I know so many people have been like, Dark Souls makes me want to hang myself, or Dark Souls makes me want to break like X amount of controllers, or Dark Souls, no, just no. Like, everyone's like, that game's so fucking hard. Well, guess what? Don't ever play Lords of the Fallen if that's how you feel. And it's not even that it's like difficult, because it is like Dark Souls difficult
Uh-huh.
most of the time. It's got like a little bit of Diablo mixed in there. It's got like a little mixture of everything, and I kind of like that. But it's
Mm-hmm.
just like certain things about it just piss me off.
Huh.
Like certain camera angles, like you'll lose track of your character, you won't know what's going on, and I mean that happened in some of the Souls games and some of the earlier RPGs, and it's not a AAA title, so I kind of expected that.
Mm-hmm.
Or like my problem is that like certain boss fights, I feel like, I'm out of the range of the boss anyway, and I still get hit by things, and it's really frustrating. Um, and it's not just me like being a whiny bitch saying that, because like I had three other people like in the past few times that I've been playing, they were like,
Mm-hmm.
that should not have happened.
Huh.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, it's really annoying. Um, so yeah, I really like that game, but I also really hate it. So, congratulations, Lords of the Fallen, good job.
Oh. That's some passionate words you say there.
Yeah, congratulations. You've officially pissed me off, but I kind of keep coming back for more abuse, so you must be
Wow.
doing something right.
You masochist, you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Just gotta have this.
I don't know. But yeah. So I just want to say that. But
So, 20.
yes.
Do you think we should take a quiz?
Oh God.
Ooh, all right. So I'm looking at all these quizzes. 'Cause I usually go on Playbuzz, because Playbuzz is pretty fun. They have some pretty legit quizzes. And I'm in the game section, and I'm seeing a couple Pokemon ones that look kind of fun. But then there's this one. This one's kind of like a general one. It's like, which of these video game characters are you?
Okay.
So don't forget to share with your pals. Let's see.
Don't forget, share with your pals.
Okay, yeah, we could do this one. This one seems fun. So, guys, we're gonna find out which video game characters we are. Let me just send this to 2020.
Hello, Skype.
Hello!
Okay. Let's play. Okay.
Alright. I love blue.
Okay, if first question is, which of these is your favorite color? Orange, red, green, teal, gold, yellow, or blue? I prefer yellow.
I like blue. Everyone knows blue's my favorite color. Which of these is your favorite food? Beans on toast, pizza, fruit, spicy sausage,
Sausage.
soup, salted meat, or candy floss?
Candy floss is cotton candy, by the way, if you live in the US. I'm gonna say soup. I love soup. I'm obsessed with soup.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with soup too. I love soup. Which of these is your favorite drink? Fizzy pop, cocktail, espresso, milk, lemonade, grog, chili sauce.
Mmm.
Well, recently, guys, if you listen to the last podcast, you'll know that right now I'm obsessed with drinking milk because it's like the only substitute to Pepsi that I've had that has literally made me feel okay. Which is probably not good because I know too much of anything is bad for you, and I have advanced from 1 glass of milk to 2 glasses of milk a day.
Yay!
I don't really know if that's good though. Isn't like too much dairy like bad for you?
Well, here's the thing. Like, human beings were made to metabolize human being milk, not cow milk or goat milk or any kind of milk like that. So theoretically, all human beings are allergic to milk. But it has good calcium content, so it doesn't really matter.
I guess
Science.
I'm gonna have to look this up because I'm afraid
Yeah,
I'm afraid
science,
I'm afraid
bitch.
I'm gonna like start like changing my addiction from Pepsi to milk, and it's weird because milk
That's
is like,
better.
I mean, it's better for you, but I don't want to become lactose because I can't stop drinking fucking milk.
I don't think you would. Um, Actually, most adults develop allergy to lactose just because over time, whatever. But I mean, I know people who are like in their 60s and they still drink milk and they're fine.
Okay, well, I guess we'll see. So I'm gonna choose milk.
I am going to choose lemonade.
Ooh, lemonade's good. Which of these would be your attire of choice? Pale blue tank top, pointy green hat, blue dungarees, long navy blue coat, red running shoes, ninja garb, denim shorts.
Denim, denim. Sorry. Okay. My attire of choice.
I'm curious what a ninja garb is. Let me see this.
Just ninja attire,
Just
like
in general, it's not.
ninja outfit. Yeah.
Well, then fuck that. I'm choosing that.
Yeah, I was gonna say being a ninja is pretty sweet.
No, wait, no. No. Okay, sorry.
What?
Advertisement, guys. I'm sorry. I tried to stop it. Anyway, did you pick yours?
Mm, I don't know. Blue
What?
coat's pretty sweet too.
Why would you not automatically
Fine,
go?
ninja.
No, don't just pick it to make me happy. Pick it
No,
because you.
I was deciding. Go on.
If you had to describe yourself in one word, what would it be? Selfless, ambitious, adventurous, jolly, excitable, efficient, or vengeful?
Uh,
I can't decide if I'm ambitious or excitable because I get excited pretty easily, but I'm also very ambitious when it comes to everything. Like when I want something, I pretty much do whatever I can to get it.
yeah, that's kind of how I am, but at this point in life, I'm kind of like meh.
Exactly.
Um, I'll just say generally I'm efficient.
I guess I'll say excitable because I've been excitable my entire life. Ambitious, I go through like, you know, spells. So I'll say excitable. You bump into an enemy in the street. What do you say?
These are all so obvious. Oh my god. I say nothing. Silence is golden.
Let's go. There's no difference between stupid and charming with you, is there? Whoa, get over here. Get out of my way. Gotta go faster. You fight
Get over here. Sorry.
you fight like a dairy farmer. What?
Oh god, these are amazing.
Uh
Oh boy.
you bump into an enemy in the street.
See, when I bump into people who have been assholes to me, I'm usually super duper nice to them because it confuses the shit out of them.
I'll be honest, people that have fucked me over or been assholes to me, I just straight up ignore them. So I have to say I would say nothing. I straight up ignore people that have hurt me because they don't even deserve my breath of air wasted on saying something to them. So
No, I'm always like, oh, hi, hope you're having a nice day. And then I just leave. And then they get so confused. It's great.
yeah,
Um,
see, I'm the opposite. Like when somebody hurts me or pisses me off or like when you kind of break my trust to a point where I literally can't stand the sight of you, like I am that type of person where I do not even feel you are worth wasting a breath of air saying hi to. So, to all of those people out there that are listening that may hate me or have hurt me or pissed me off in some way, shape, or form that has caused me to not ever talk to you again, I'm just telling you. Just telling you. There's a reason why I don't talk to you anymore. It's because you're not worth the air it takes to intake and say something and
well then. I'm just gonna say there's no difference between stupid and charming with you, is there?
That's a good one. How would you defeat your opponent? Twin, can you please read these so I can...
Bowl them over, attempt to duel, harpoon them, double gun them, jump on their head, anything and everything, you're a dab hand with any weapon, and tornado them out of the way.
Oh,
Oh,
excuse me, I just burped.
sexy. Sexy.
I just burped.
Yep. I'm just
Uh,
gonna say anything and everything.
yeah, I'm saying that one too.
Even though I know like who would use all of these, it's terrible. Um, let's
Ooh.
see what it gives me.
Who did you get?
I got Link.
Me too! You're an absolute hero, talented, selfless, and brave. We are not worthy. Damn right you ain't worthy! Get out of my way!
That's hilarious.
Oh,
That cracks me up.
that's great.
Nice. Nice.
Yay! Awesome sauce. So that was fun. I love taking quizzes.
I know you do.
Quizzes are so much fun. I feel like I need to find you a song. Like have we done a song in a while?
No. But I also feel like I should go to bed soon.
Oh fuck going to bed. Who does that anymore?
Old ladies like me.
I technically should go to bed soon too. I told my friend that I would be like, "Oh, hey, I'll switch shifts with you since you went to football game." And she was like, "Oh, you're so nice." And I'm like, "Shut up. Just shut up.
Shut up, just shut up, shut up.
Just shut up." Oh my god. Shut up.
I don't know anymore.
I don't know either. I'm sorry about that. If I scare you, I'm sorry. Twin, I know what we should do.
What?
Just for old time's sake, I'm gonna play this for you. Are you ready? Are you guys ready for this? Old time's sake.
Look at my horse.
Really?
Horse is amazing.
Go.
Give it a lick.
Go.
Of a stroke of its mane, it turns
No.
into a
Yes.
plane, and then it turns
Yes.
like a game.
I
And
just
you
got
tug
that
on its
stupid
wing,
thing out of my head.
Do
And
you think
now
so?
you're
Well, I
like,
better not
look
show
at my
you.
horse.
Lemonade is
Look
made,
at
sweet
this
lemonade, ooh, sweet lemonade, sweet lemonade, yeah, sweet lemonade.
This is for you, Twitty. I love you.
Mhm.
Get on my horse, I'll take you around the universe and all the other places too.
You'll find that the universe pretty much covers everything.
Shut up, woman, get up my horse.
Nice.
I dedicate that to you.
Thanks.
You know what? I was thinking to myself, she will love this, and I knew you did. I knew you would. I just knew it.
I just got that out of my head.
Well, that was perfect timing. I saved you. I saved you. I saved your life from forgetting about that song.
Oh, I did not forget about it, trust me.
Guys, that song's gonna be stuck in my head now. I'm just saying. Oh my god, my cat looks.
Would you say you'd have to look at my horse?
Oh yes. And you want to know what I would say to that? I would say, it's amazing, and I'll give it a lick.
Does it taste like raisins?
Oh, it does.
So immature I am.
We are so immature. Do 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 do. Okay, we should probably wrap up this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, so that has been a top 10 by the Snowflake Twins. How about that?
But there was no pun there.
There was no pun. Why'd you do that, Twinny? Now you throw us off.
I don't know, it's what I do.
You threw us off.
I do that sometimes.
Are you proud of yourself?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, guys, that concludes today's episode of SnowCast.
Yay!
So next week we'll just resume as normal, and then the 16th is when we're gonna have a guest, and that'll be a surprise. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Wait till you guys. I'm excited. I can't wait to have him on. I actually messaged him before we started recording. I was like, "You're still good for the 16th?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm good." I'm like, "Yes!" I'm so excited. So
Yay!
we're gonna have a fun guest on our podcast on the 16th. So definitely look forward to that. Ooh. So anyway, so we're gonna bid you guys farewell, and we'll see you guys next week. Same snowflake time.
Same Snowflake channel.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. And don't forget, guys, always and forever, look at my horse.